Alrighty, welcome back to the Pewaukee video. Today we were going to look at number 12, the group problem number 12, from integer to Roman.
So, the general idea, convert an integer to a Roman numeral. That's really it.
That's really it for the description of the problem.
So if you don't know what Roman numerals are, it's quite simple. So it's just trying to write a number in the smallest amount of letters possible.
We have I equals 1,
B equals 5,
B equals 5, X equals 10, L equals 50, C equals 100, D equals 500,
and M equals 1,000.
and M equals 1,000. However,
the letter
4 is not I, instead it is IV.
So we're taking
off 1 from 5, so we're saying 5 minus 1 is 4.
So let's think of examples. So we need to convert the number to the string. We're going to use Java today.
I'm feeling Java-ish.
Or Java-like. So let's say 92. This is going
to be
how is it? This is XCII,
I
believe.
XCII.
So XC is 90. And II
is 2.
So what I'm already thinking is that break up by tens value. So let's say here we just say 92 mod 10 equals 2. And then we would say find the Roman numeral for 2, which is I. And then 92 divided by 10 equals 9. And then we're going to say this would actually be bad. Oh, no, never mind. No, I'm tripping. So 9. So then we would have the POW. Could say POW plus. And then we want to find Roman for 90 and prepend. So we'd have II and then XC prepended to that value. So let's think of the same way if we said 265. So 5 is the ones place, so it's going to be V. And then we think of 60. That's going to be XC or CX like so. And then 200 is going to be CC. Wait, no. Oh, sorry. This is L. LX and then CC. I actually just want to check that. So let's just return something random. And then I just want to make sure my test case is correct. So if we say 265, what do we expect to get? I expect to get CC LXI. CCLX OV, not I. So you have an idea there. So let's put down one more test case. 521. Let's say 4. So 4 is IV. And then 20 is XX. 500 is D. So this is going to be D XXI V, like so. Okay. Let's just make sure that's the case. So 524. You want to say is dxxiv and fantastic. That's what we get. So now what do you think about? How do we convert this? Right? So we need to say right if I we need to say if the remainder. Let's say observations. If the remainder is 4 or 9, it's a special case. Right. So that special case would be going up a letter or a symbol. It says. And then putting a I in front of that, or a C or an X, one of those, or those are the only three. So we could perhaps have three special cases that we check. So if I'm gonna say remainder equals 4, then we want to say multiply. Actually, well, we just want to say 4 plus 5. So find value of 4. Actually, I guess if it was either. Okay, hold on. So if the remainder is 4 or 9, add 1 and multiply by the power variable. So we intend to store a power variable while we loop. And then let's see. And then we want to say add 1 and multiply by the power variable. So if it's 4, then it's going to be 5. And then multiply by whatever the power variable is. And then get that. So we want to say get the corresponding symbol. Get the corresponding symbol. If pow equals 0, put I in front. If pow equals 1, put X in front. If pow equals 2, right? Then we want to put C in front. And then otherwise, if we have a normal variable. So otherwise, we just want to say what do I want to say, right? Don't we want to divide by 5? Let's say we had 8. And we divide by 5 and we get 1. Wait. Or if we had 10. If we had a number like 12, right? We'll put X and then I. What would I do next? I'm trying to think. So if we'd have, let's say I have 7. then I would say. So I would say
7 is in
between 5 and 10.
Or yeah, this would be
a remainder.
Let's say. So in between 5 and 8
technically.
5 and 8.
Right, because we don't want to be 9.
I guess technically
it would be 6 and 8, right?
So
or no.
I must be tripping,
I think.
I'm thinking about this wrong. 7 equals
remainder in between
5 and 8.
5 and 8.
Okay.
Then what would I say? Oops.
Or would I do
remainder of 10 or remainder of 5?
Or no, it had to be
remainder of 10 because then I would need to get this 9.
So if the remainder in between 5
and 8. Add the 5
times
pow, right? Because it can be 50.
Okay,
times
5
times
10 to the
pow.
So
yeah, that makes sense. Plus
whatever's
left of that.
Oh wait,
no.
Add that
plus
the I. Oh man,
let's see better with recursion. I honestly don't know. I feel like pow is fine, but
I'm confusing
myself a lot. So
5 times
10 to the pow plus
remainder divided by
a remainder of 5
by 5
eyes, we'll say.
Just say eyes,
for example.
By 5
eyes, right? Because
if it's in between
that, then we have to find how many eyes that there needs to be.
And that
could be
so
if L is 50
and if we had
60,
then we'd want
to say put in an X.
So remainder
dividing by 5 eyes
times 10 to the
pow.
Something like that.
Right? Dividing by 5 eyes.
Or no.
Divide by 5.
And then
we want to put a char. Put
the
character.
Of what I want to say. I think this music
needs to be turned down just a little bit. It's at mute almost, but oops.
I can't get it.
There we go.
2%.
That's great. Need to think. Perhaps it's still kind of loud. Should turn it down. My end. Oops. That doesn't work.
Just turn this down
a little bit.
And
now, what do I need to do? Put the char of
the remainder.
Put the char of the remainder. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm confusing
I'm
myself
confusing myself because it seems to be there's so many cases
that I don't know what to
that
do.
I don't know what to do.
And
I'm getting confused.
Hmm. I feel like I just need to check this since this is where subtraction is used. And then them as special cases. Perhaps.
So if
the
number is
900,
900, then we make it C
M.
M.
If it's 400,
If it's 400, make it C D.
And so on
and so on and so forth.
So
that's what
I feel like I need
to try and do.
Put the chart. No, let's just make some steps. Store a power variable. Power equals 0 variable. And basically, you need to say, you need to store a list, or store a dictionary, I'm going to say. Hash table of all the values by index or by we'll just say integer to char. So I'll do that using a Java hash table. And or I could just do it in Python and then try and use a dictionary. Either way. I did say I want to use Java today, so we'll try and use Java today. Power equals 0 variable. Store a hash table of values by index. I Then what do I need to say? Right then. Need to say get the remainder by 10 values for all or until what is it? Num is equal to 0. Right, so we need a while loop. And then get the corresponding Roman numeral prepended to string. So let's do that. There were a bit more general steps this time around, but let's give it a shot. See if we can think our way through it. No, it's not the best idea, but gonna give it a shot. So we're gonna use hash table. So let's do that. Hash table, and then we're going to say hash table, and then it's going to be integer jar or character. I'm gonna say ht equals new hash table integer character. I'll just close that. So we have defined our hash table. Now we need to put stuff in. So I was gonna say ht.put one I. I'm just gonna kind of copy. Oops. I believe there's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This will be 5 and v, x and 10, 50 and l, c, or oops, 100 and c. This will be d, 500 and finally 1000, and that will be m. And then I want to say while, oops, I'm forgetting a power variable, int pow equals 0, while num is less than, or no, not equal to 0. So now let me comment this. Oops. Create the hash table to add corresponding characters to a string builder. Let's also make a string builder. Init assign a pow and SV or string builder. So we're going to say string builder. Right, I believe it's string builder like so. SV new string builder. And then I believe I can use the insert statements. So use insert 0 to prepend. So I'm going to say, right, we're going to have pow is going to be incremented at the end, and then we're going to say num divide equal to, or yeah, divide equal 10. And then what do we want to say? Get the remainder. Oops. Keep thinking Python comments. And find out. And use, actually, and use pow to find the correct character. Int remainder equals num modulo 10, right? So we're gonna get a number from 0 to 9. So we need to think if remainder is, wait, less than or equal to, no, greater than or equal to 1. And the remainder is less than or equal to 3. Then we'd want to say sb dot prepend, or I mean insert. Wait. We want to do it in a loop though, right? So we would say times. Could we say times like that? So we'd say 0 remainder times the character. That would be ht dot put, or no, get, and we would say to the pow something. Well, let's say it was shoot. Reminder times or remainder times ht.get. What's the index there? Is it just, well, what if it's 5? Is it ever gonna be 5? No. Only if it's greater than 5. Something like that. So we want to get, if it was like 100, then if it was 10, it said like 20, it'd be XX. So we want to say the remainder times the 10, that would be math.pow 10 pow. I wanna try begin 2, for example. And what happens then? Oops. I believe the remainder times did not make sense. Or int, or we don't, I don't know. We just say something like so, I think. Perhaps that makes sense. Oh no. Oh, is it because I need to say like power or something? Huh. System.out.power 10 power. What's being printed here? I need to figure that out. 1.0. So I need to be an integer. So I need to cast as an int. Like so, and then hopefully it works. Nice. So now, if the remainder is greater than or equal to 5, and remainder greater than equal to 8, then I need to say sb.insert 0 ht.get 5 times int, int, and then this will be like math.pow and power. Then we need to say for int I equals 5, I is less than or equal to remainder, I plus plus, then we need to say sb. Oh wait, this has to be put in first. If, for example, we had 8, that's BIII, so we want to make sure that it gets put in before, right, the i's. So let's say insert 0 and ht.get math.pow. Oops, it's supposed to be int math.pow 10 power. Oh, I'm still doing 2. I want to say 8, for example. There's 4 of them. Why is there 4 of them? What? Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just want this many. Nice. Actually, what we need now is a if remainder equals 4. The remainder is 4. Then I need to say I need to go up. So I need to say or 9 actually. So if remainder equals 4, remainder equals 9, then what I need to say is I need to say we need to add that, right? So we're thinking add it and get the higher one, add it by 1 and get that higher one. So we would say, oh, but then, and then put the lower one first though. So we need to say sb dot insert 0, and we need to put, let's say the 4 and the 9, so we need to put 0, and then we need to put the 1, so we need to say 4. No. Actually, it would just need to be math.pow or int or ht.get int math.pow, and then it has to be 10 and power, because then we would get, if we're in the 0th one, then we would get I, or we get 1, and then we would insert sp.insert the higher one, right? So we would insert ht.get. We would need to say int. No. So let's say it was 49. Then we would need to say add, or we would need to say it would need to be 50. So we'd have to have 10 times 5. Wait. Oh, so this would be, if it was 4. So if it's 4, then I need to say we need to get the 5. So we would need to say, let's say if it was 4, then we would need to say int, and then we would need to get the 5 times int math.pow 10 power. Then you have to insert that at 0. Forgot about that. And then if this was 9, we need to say 10 here. If it was 9, then we would say that. And then let's see if we put in 9, or let's try 4 and 9. Oh, I got VI instead. Oh, they're supposed to be swapped. Wait. Yes. I think that makes sense. 4, and then let's try 9. And I want to see what like 49 is supposed to get. So I'm concerned about that. Whoa, wait. I actually got the right thing. Oh, not bad, you know? Okay. So let's say get the remainder and the HT pow, I'm gonna say. And HT pow because I use it so much. So let's say we have int remainder and then int, oh, well, yeah, okay, int ht num equals int math.pow 10 power, and let's try and do just htpow here, htnum here, and then htnum, the extra parenthesis, and then again 5 times htnum, and then here htnum, and then here, oops, I forgot the other one, right here, htnum, oops, keep forgetting to capitalize it, and then here we have htnum. So let's see if I didn't mess anything up. Okay, fantastic. Let's try and submit. Let's see what happens. Nice. Got it done. Alright, let's go through this code once again. So basically we just create a hash table to add all the corresponding characters to a string builder. So we assign the POW and a string builder variable. And then we have all these symbols here and they correspond to what I put in the hash table. And then basically I'm doing this kind of backwards, so we're going to want to use insert 0 to prepend everything to that string builder object. And we want to get the remainder and the HT power, or this the HT meaning hash table, and use the POW to find the correct character. So the remainder is the num modulo 10, and then the HT num is going to be math POW 10 power. And basically this is trying to just basically storing the power variable and then incrementing it allows us to see, okay, is it 1,000? Is it up to 100, for example? And then we have these separate remainder checks. So if the remainder is in between 1 and 3, then we want to say, we just want to insert, so if it was 3, in between 1 and 3, we just want to insert the 1s, for example. So whatever's a 1 can be inserted like multiple times. So the I, the C, and the M, oh, and X can be put like at most 3 times. So that's what we're trying to do there. We're trying to put it as many times as we can, just with a simple for loop. And then we want to say if the remainder is in between 5 and 8, I'm actually just gonna move this up here. And I'm going to talk about remainder 4. So remainder 4, we need to get the next one above, which is going to be a 5. It's going to have a 5 in front of it, so it's got to be one of these 3. It's going to be V, L, or D, and that's what we want to find. So we're going to do 5 times the HT num. So that HT num is just going to be the power. So for the first iteration of the loop, it's going to be V, then it's going to be L, then it's going to be D if the remainder is equal to 4. So we want to insert that first because remember that IV goes in the reverse order. So we want to actually import or put in the V first and then prepend the I second. So the ht.getNum is going to be like either the X or the C or I, for example. And then if the remainder is in between 5 and 8, then we need to just add whatever that 5 is. So we say, or that's going to be at the start, so we prepend it last. And then otherwise, we're just going to prepend the other elements, to a maximum amount of 3. And then if it's 9, then we want to increase the power by multiplying by 10 to the HT num. So it's like the power is kind of incrementing, so we can get 1,000. And we can get, or we want to put that in first. We have 999. That would be IM. So we want to put the M first, and then do the I, or we want to put the M second and do the I first. So that's what this is doing here. And then every time we're increasing the power and dividing by 10. And then finally we return the string builder to string. So hopefully that made some sense. At least to me, I think it made some sense. Let's, actually, I think that's just going to be it for the video. I hope you understood what went on here. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.